What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is JJ Langer. I'm back with another video for you guys today. I'm continuing my how-to series that I just started. I showed you how to do a push-up. Now I'm moving on to the squat. Again, this is going to help you with building size as well as avoiding that injury that is very common if you do a squat wrong. So I'm going to tell you what you should be doing, things you should be avoiding. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, you guys, so the first key to a perfect squat is the setup. So the first thing is going to be where your feet are placed, all right? So I want you to do feet shoulder width apart, no wider, no narrower, and I want your toes to be pointed slightly outwards. If you can, go right here. If you need to, just go a little bit slightly outwards. Then what I want you guys to do is I want you to make sure that your posture is good, okay? So in your setup, you got to be ready for the squat. Make sure that you're standing upright, you're not hunched over or anything like that. So that's a good setup. Shoulder width, pointed outward a little bit. And then the second part is, so I'm going to turn sideways for you guys. What you need to do is hip hinge. So in the thumbnail of this video, there's a picture of me squatting like this, and then there's a picture of me squatting like this, okay? So the first movement, this is what a lot of people mess up and why they hurt their knees when they're squatting. A lot of people, their first movement is with the knees, okay? That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is you want to take here, you want to bend at the hips, feel your hips hinge, and then your knees will start to bend and you can sit back and down. What I like to think of is it's like you're going to take a poop, right? It's a little gross, but that's kind of what you're thinking of, sitting back on a chair. Maybe that'll be better. But think of just sitting those hips back and then allowing the knees to bend afterwards. So think back and then come down like this. That's really going to help the knee pain. Make sure that you stay safe while you're doing this movement. So tip number 2 is focus on that hip hinge instead of the knees moving forward. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed tips 1 and 2. I got 3 through 5 coming up for you. But if you did like this video so far, go ahead, like the video below, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Coming out with new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, so be ready for those. My Instagram is JJLangerFit. Go ahead and follow that. But now let's get back into tips. All right, you guys, so the third key to the good squat is going to be how you put your weight on your feet, okay? So a lot of people, when they're squatting, the problem with the knees also leads to a problem in the feet. So kind of how you have to think about it is you don't want to go on your toes because then your knees are coming forward like this, right? You don't want to come back on your heels, right? Because then you're off balance. What I want you to do is think of your foot as like 3 points of contact, okay? So the first point of contact is the heel. The second point is that big toe, the pad of your big toe. And then the third point is right on the outside, like right beneath your pinky toe. So those are the 3 points I want you to think about. So as you come down in the squat, do not, like I said, don't go on your heels because then you're going to be falling backwards, right? Don't go on your toes because that forces your knees forward. Through all those 3 points, so 1 right here, 2, and then 3 in the heels. Push through all those 3 points evenly, and that's going to help you make sure that you're coming up and down in the squat, not leaning forward, not leaning back. Keep your balance and stay healthy, okay? So that's key number 3. Now if you come around, we can see a little better here. Key number 4 is going to be depth. So especially for athletes, and then on this channel, I always like to make my workouts catered towards athletes, but I think good athletes are going to look good, right? So if your goal is to look good, these things are going to get you more athletic and looking better. So if you're going for depth, especially as an athlete, I want you to make sure you do not go below parallel, okay? So a lot of people are all for going below parallel and things like that, like getting way deep, like a CrossFitter will go down here and come up. That's not bad if you're a CrossFitter, right? So if you're not an athlete, go ahead and do that. But as an athlete, we want to train like you're going to do on the sports field, okay? So when you're an athlete, you are never going to, say you're jumping, you're never going to come down here and then try to jump, right? That'd be ridiculous. You look like a goofball out there. You would come right here, right? So like a little bit above parallel, and then you would jump. The lowest you'd ever go is parallel. So what I want you to do, if you focus on that hip hinge, if you have good setup, good foot, good weight placement on your feet, and then you come down right here, right? There's parallel, okay? So 90 degrees, boom, and then explode up, right? I don't want you squatting. I see a lot of guys doing too heavy a weight. Obviously with body weight, you can't go heavy, but in normal situations when we're in weight rooms, people go too heavy weight, and then they're here and number 1, they lean forward with their knees like this, and then they just go like that, and they count that as a squat. That is not a squat, okay? You have to get good depth, again, not too low, but get to parallel. So you're going to be here, come down, get to parallel, come back up, okay? So that's a perfect depth for you. Now if you come around to the front again, What I'll show you guys is the last tip. This one's a little more advanced, it's a little more picky, but this is really gonna help you. So what I see a lot of people when they're squatting, their knees will cave in, okay? So as they're squatting, I'm sure you've seen this if somebody's going, this is again too heavy, so don't go too heavy too fast. They'll kind of cave in this way, and then as they're squatting, and that is not good at all for your knees, right? That's how you tear an ACL or get some sort of knee injury. So what I want you to do, you're pointing your toes slightly outward, right? I want you to think about pushing those knees outward, okay? So even squatting here, your knees are farther in than you want them to be. So you want to externally rotate your hip, right here. So externally rotate at the hip, get the knees outward as you squat, and you want to almost be pushing those knees like they're against the wall, push them out and then up, okay? So that's gonna help prevent knee injury. So key number 5 is gonna be externally rotate those hips, push those knees out. So that's all the tips I got for you. I hope you enjoyed. This should help you stay stronger and have less injuries. All right, guys, so thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope this video helped you guys. It should help you, again, build that strength, get rid of those injuries from the squat. Again, Instagram, JJ Langer Fit. Go give it a follow, comment below, like, subscribe. I hope you guys are enjoying these how-to videos. Go ahead and comment below what else you'd like to see in videos in the future, because again, as I always say, I'm here for you guys. I want to be here to help you guys in your journey. As I've learned a lot, I want to be able to teach that to you. So comment below what you want to see. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you next time.